Now, these next 2 days are undoubtedly tense for so many of us, struggling to make sense of the seismic shifts in our political landscape. What we saw a week ago today is what we're used to seeing in other nations, not our own. Paula Tutman joins us this afternoon with thoughts from a local political violence expert who tries to help us navigate through what is happening. And we definitely need some assistance in understanding all of this and also on how to react. Paula.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, from his perspective, we're entering a very dangerous time in our democracy, but he really does want to point out that the average person should feel safe in their homes. However, they should also consider taking a very proactive role in subverting this danger. Professor Peter Trombor has spent his career learning and understanding the underpinnings of political violence in hotspots around the world, including Northern Ireland. But today, as the chair of Oakland University's Political Science Department and an expert on terrorism, the field lab is his own nation.
When we look at where the predominant number of plots and attacks, terrorist attacks in the United States, really since about 2009, they've come from the far right of the American political spectrum. White supremacists and white nationalists, far right-wing anti-government activists and groups.
From the goggles of his studies and expertise, he believes that the insurrection, an attempt to kill democracy and overturn the free, fair, and legal election, is throwing up danger flags all of us should be heeding.
I think what I worry about is that these groups, after January 20th, aren't simply going to fade away.
And he believes we all have a role in keeping democracy safe during these fragile and dangerous months.
So you don't have to worry about going to Kroger. You don't have to worry about going to the post office. What I would say is I think you want to stay as far away as possible from any of these demonstrations that are being planned. We've got this this phrase that came in after 9/11, right? You see something, say something. If you see people milling around on the street corner in tactical gear with long rifles, you know, they may have no intention of doing anything wrong. But I wouldn't hesitate to call 911 on that and let them explain that they are engaged in their legal First and Second Amendment rights. I think last Wednesday, unfortunately, is a start, not an end. It's going to be remembered either as the moment when we woke up and realized the danger and, that we've gotten ourselves into and the fragility of our institutions and our democracy, and then took serious actions to fix it. Or it's going to be remembered like that opening shot on Fort Sumter and the start of a new period of violence in our political life.
Yeah, so simple. Our role, if you see something out of place, say something, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Paula.